iron in the soul. What's up, YouTube? This is Iron in the Soul. Back to say another very important message. Please subscribe to my channel, like this video, share this video, leave a comment, let me know what you think about my content. In addition to that, please feel free to follow me over on Instagram at TheKingJabez, as well as my website, theironandsoul.com, where you can book a consultation. It will all be greatly appreciated. Well, man, let's do some work. In today's video, I'm going to talk about a question you guys asked me in my last live. I did a live a few days ago for a couple of hours. I think it's about 2 hour long live. It was entitled Man Up or Boy Down. And a number of you guys asked about meditation. So this is something that you have an interest in. And so I have this video today I've entitled Meditation is an Essential Part of Manhood. Okay, I have a video that I've entitled Every Man Should Be on Seat Retention, which is right now about 15 to 20,000 views. Go check that one out, about an hour long video. And I really believe this. Every man meditates too, whether you realize it or not. Whether you're a guy that's, in the business world and you're meditating, thinking about your business. If you are an athlete, right? You ever play sports? If you played any type of sport, there's a time when you kind of just sit down and you're not training, not working, and you just sit there and just get your mind right for this match, for this game, for this competition. I did that when I played college basketball. I would go out there like anybody else, warm up, shoot your shots, shoot your layups, do the drills, stretch out, everything else, right? And then you have a good 3 to 5 minutes when you're not doing none of that. I'm just going to just sit here, put my headphones in. Let me get my mind right. Let me get my dome right for this game. People who are in the gym lifting weights, they have time when they reflect on their craft. If you are a blue-collar worker, right, and you grinding 10, 12 hours every day doing physical labor with your hands and grinding, you should spend some time in quiet reflection thinking about that, getting your mind ready for that. People in the streets, this is what I know, rappers, they have time when they are in reflection, getting their mind right, going through their thought process for the next course of action. And so whoever you may be, I think about my grandfather. My grandfather, I would often see him just sitting on the back porch by himself for 10, 15, sometimes 20 minutes to a half an hour, just thinking, right? What was he thinking about? Getting his mind right for whatever responsibility he had concerning the buildings. He owned a lot of property. He has 6 children. He has a ton of grandkids. So he's trying to get his mind right to oversee the responsibilities that come his way. So I think all of us as men have done this, whether we've done it formally, meaning sitting down in a corner somewhere with your hands up, and nothing wrong with that, by the way, and consciously meditating. And we're going to get into that too in another video. I plan to do a few videos on this. I won't cover every step in one video. I thought about doing another hour or two live. I feel like it'd be better with this topic to break it down to pieces and get some thoughts on this and to hit it from different angles. So we won't go into every detail today, but I want to say today, by just really making it clear, you should be doing this. There should be some time when you put the world on pause for 15 minutes and half an hour, 30 minutes, 1 hour, when you focus on yourself. Okay, I don't care what you got going on, whether it be work or your relationship with your girlfriend or your wife, business, the gym, your cell phone, you're scrolling, looking at social media, whatever it may be. Put down your phone, right? We all need to spend time at some point in the day when you put the phone down, when you get away from your family, you get away from people at work, and you get in a room like I am right now by yourself, right? And you sit there and you think. We're not going to complicate this. In a minute in this video, I'll give you a more formal definition for you guys, because some of you guys do want a formal definition. I'll give you a more formal Hebrew and Greek definition for the word meditate and explain that in just a minute. But right now, we're giving kind of a base. What's the purpose of this? You need time to sit back and to get your mind right, to organize your thoughts. If you're going to be a leader, because part of manhood is leadership. So if you're going to be a man, leading others, being proactive, being responsible, a big part of that is organizing and getting your thought process proper. And that's why I suggest journaling. I've been teaching this for years now. I think there should be some time when you sit back and you write down your thoughts in a journal. What are you doing? You're organizing your thoughts. You're going through a mental exercise to get your mind right. Because a lot of times as men, we're juggling a bunch of things. You may have a job where you work 8 hours a day. You may have a part-time job. You got this side hustle. You got your children. You got your girlfriend or your wife. You got some other business you're trying to get involved in, and our mind is constantly running with work, bills, family, finances, trying to go forward. Got to get to this gym. Got to get my clothes right. Got to get this. And we're constantly running. And so I think there should be some time in the day when you stop running, you feel me? And you just gather yourself. You get based. And you calm yourself down, get in a quiet room. And for 15 minutes and half an hour, you think. Now, the first question is, okay, what do you meditate on? You meditate on anything. I can think, for example, you can meditate about God. I think it's important to spend some time thinking about God. We think about everything else. So if we call ourselves righteous men, the scripture does say that my meditation of him shall be sweet. So who is him referring to? Him is referring to the Most High God. So there should be some time in a day as men created in God's image, is what we are. We're created in the image of God, where we think about our Creator, right? And so when you do that, so if I close my eyes right now, case in point, I'm going to teach you how to do this right here on camera. I close my eyes, and for 5 minutes, I'm going to think about God. What do you think is going to happen? You're going to be challenged. You're going to have this inspiration. You're going to have conviction as well as clarity of thought. But what am I thinking about? You're going to also have this responsibility before you. You now are envisioning, as I'm doing right now. I'm envisioning this divine being up there in the third heaven watching me. Okay, what is that? Accountability. That's also a sign that I have help. I'm not by myself. So I have God up there. I have angels. I have all of this divine supernatural help on my side. You see what I'm doing? I'm teaching you by example. If you spend 5 minutes doing that, that's going to help you get your mind right. Because sometimes in life as men, we feel like we're by ourselves. We feel alone. We have the weight of the world on our shoulders, literally, right? And so it's important to spend time clarifying your thoughts and dealing with that pressure that builds up in your spirit. Now let's talk about now the Hebrew word for meditate. In the Hebrew scriptures, the word for meditate in the Hebrew is used 25 times. And it's referring to a mental exercise, really reflecting. And I think it's of interest that the word is used in the context of a lion roaring and also a dove crying. I found that to be very insightful. I'm not sure about you, but that's not what I would have thought about when I thought about meditation. So what in the world does a lion roaring and a dove crying have to do with meditation? That tells me that meditation is not just some mindless exercise, as some people may think it is. This is probably why guys don't do it, because as men, let's be real, we're not going to do anything we think is a waste of time. That's a waste of my time. I'm not going to do that. It's not going to help me, right? We're guys here talking. I know I'm a man. I know how we think, right? It's a waste of my time. But we have to realize that meditation is not some mindless exercise. It is a mental exercise. You're working. Just like I went to the gym today and you're working out, lifting weights. This is mental work, spiritual work. You're grinding. So I want you to get that in your head now. Don't think that I'm just sitting here wasting time, because that's the thought that the devil will put in your mind to make you as a man not want to do this. Because you think, oh, that's for women. That's what they do. Get in the corner and, no. It ain't that, player. This is for men. This is for you. This is meant you're working. You know how we talk about we're on our grind? When you're meditating, you're on your grind. So if you have how many hours work per day, add meditation to your work list. You're working, brother. So you're not wasting time. It's not mindless. Picture a lion roaring. Picture a dove crying. So that means it is very thought-provoking. Okay? This is your moment to get some stuff out your spirit. And I dare say if you don't do this, you're going to deal with the pressure some other way. I'm reading a book right now. I suggest reading every day, as you guys know. And it's about marketing. And in this book about marketing, it talked about how, I think it was Miller Lite back in the 90s, made so much money selling beer to blue-collar workers. Why? Because they marketed it to blue-collar workers perfectly. They kind of had this pitch that when you work your 10, 12 hours per day, treat yourself to Bud Light or something like that. Miller Lite, whatever it was. And guess what? It worked. A lot of blue-collar workers would do just that. They would work their 10, 12-hour shift, get off from work, come home, get out the car, crack their beer open. So what am I saying? As men, we're going to find some way to deal with the pressure. So we're going to find a way to deal with the pressure, whether it be through cracking open a beer, right? Find up a square, gonna get this blunt. What am I smoking blunt right now? This iron. Still smoking, but still smoking. You know I know that song. Come on, man. Come on, man. We finna get high, Styles P, all the way in New York City. You hear me? I get high, 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 high. I get high, high, high. You hear me? Huh? You'll do that too. You understand me? So if you don't do this, you're gonna do something. If you ain't meditating, you're gonna be sitting back getting high. Finna get this blunt. You know what I mean? Get this beer. Drinking, drunk. You're gonna find somewhere, or if you ain't doing that, you're on your phone. Looking at cheeks, getting cheekmatized. Some of you guys right now, you're cheekmatized and tittymatized. Your mind messed up because you're cheekmatized and tittymatized. You doing that? Looked at 200 cheeks today. But you can't meditate. Yes, you can. Put that phone down, my man. Stop looking at cheeks all day. Stop cracking those beers. I know, see, here you go. I can't handle it. Yes, here I go. I don't here. What Miss can say? Here I go. Here I go. Yes. I'm tired of, I'm not going to explain myself. Yes, I said that. Put them phones down. Quit cracking open them beers, stop smoking them blunts, and get somewhere in a room for free, by the way, and get your mind right, man. The right way. What am I saying? Get out here the right way, man. Get your mind right. Get your journal. Sit down and think. Look up words. Reflect. Get in your base. Breathe. Ground yourself. Don't just go into life every day just kind of just all over the place. No. Get your mind right, man. Stabilize yourself. And this is one of the benefits of meditation. It helps you to get your spirit right. So what am I saying? In conclusion, in terms of the Hebrew, you are not wasting time, if that's what you're thinking. It is a mental exercise. You are working the right way, clarifying your thoughts, higher consciousness, putting the world on pause. Having a moment of clarity and being able to get yourself mentally prepared for all the stuff that's going to come your way in a given day. In the Greek, New Testament, because some of you guys, you only like the Old Testament. I know what you're saying by that. You're trying to apply that I'm a Hebrew Israelite. I already told you, suckers, I'm not a Hebrew Israelite. Just because I'm conscious and I understand who the Hebrews are, I will say that. There's a difference between knowing who the Hebrews are. I'll put that out there for you since you want me to duck that issue. I know who the Hebrews are. There's a difference in that and being a Hebrew Israelite. Two different things, okay? So just because I approach my faith in a way that you don't agree with, doesn't mean I'm who you think I am. Okay, so I'll put that out there. If I was a Hebrew Israelite, I would say that. I'm going to be proud of whatever I am. You understand me? So in the New Testament, my point is saying all that, for you 4 or 5 guys keep saying that, in the New Testament, it means to ponder, to think, to reflect. So once again, as men, each day, we have to have time when we ponder, we think, we reflect. Don't just go a life without being proactive. And this is how a lot of guys get themselves into trouble. Not really thinking before they do stuff. Just jumping into a job without thinking it through. Jumping into a relationship without thinking it through. You know what I mean? You out there in traffic, somebody get talking crazy, you jump out your car, get to fighting somebody. A lot of guys get themselves to trouble by, being reckless and not really spending time reflecting very seriously on their decisions. As men, we cannot afford to be reckless. We have to be thinkers. Our actions can lead to devastation. Us responding the wrong way can lead to somebody losing their life. It could lead to violence. It could lead to some serious problems and bring much harm and damage to you, your reputation, your family, and overall your position as a man, as a priest, provider, and protector. So a lot of you guys ask me this question in the live. Should you meditate? Yes. Meditation is very important. In terms of a practical goal, I would say start with about 10 to 15 minutes a day. Start 10, 15 minutes. You can bump it up to a half an hour and eventually get to a point where you're meditating for an hour each day. There are people who meditate every day for an hour. So I'm not going to tell you to start there. Start somewhere small, and work your way up. In the book, Think and Grow Rich, there was a man, I can't think of his name right now. I read the book a while ago. And there was a company that paid this man to literally sit in a quiet room and to write down his thoughts. Right? He would practice visualization. And there is a connection, by the way, with meditation, visualization, and hair growth. Okay, I've done that study on the Native Americans. right? The Native Americans during the Vietnam War. So there is a connection with higher consciousness. Okay, this is something people don't like. You guys don't like this type of conversation because it's out of your realm. I'm going to give you the truth. There is a connection with, as I close this video, I want to make this powerful for you. There's a connection with hair growth, beard growth, seed retention, and higher consciousness, meditation, visualization, becoming a more spiritual person, and really experiencing the power you need to have a prosperous life. And so that being said, I want to encourage you guys to meditate. I didn't cover today, of course, every aspect of it. We didn't talk about Eastern meditation. We didn't talk about too much biblical to a degree. Biblical meditation, what meditation is demonic, what meditation is not demonic. I didn't get into all that because I can't cover everything in one video. So I do plan to do a part 2. If you want a part 2, let me know, guys, in the comment section. I would love to hear what you think about this. Please leave a comment. If you have some insights you want to share on this, I would appreciate that as well. This is your big brother, Iron and Soul. Guys, thanks for listening. God bless. Peace.